Hello everybody, it's me, Lindsie Star, and welcome back to another vlog. So, if you guys didn't know, I put up a very long, over 30-minute video, and before you guys go crazy on me, understand this. As you guys don't know, I am really very upset and angry that my father had crossed the line. And despite he's continue on calling me a lazy human, that he doesn't get that I'm trained, that he thinks I'm always laying down every time. And eating sugars and stuff. Which apparently he doesn't get. Sure, I have coffee and I like to put cream and I don't put any sugar in it because there is sugar already in the cream. I can't go into ones that has fat, that says fat-free or sugar-free because they have an artificial kind of sweetener in it. So that's why I have to drink regular, because if I take any of that, it is kind of bad. And yes, this is actually the, is correct. Coffee cat cups. I'm drinking the Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin that was, I guess, left over. And he thinks I drink sodas and stuff. I haven't much drinking soda unless I want to. Otherwise, I've been drinking mostly of water. As you can see here. Here, it adds ice. And no, it's not doing anything else. And sometimes I will drink some green tea, but usually I've been drinking water. This is my first cup of the day. I've been drinking a lot. And he thinks I will have problems by the time I reach my mother's age. Actually, the only problems as of right now is, well, him. And I will do, so I'll leave the link down in the description of the video. The one thing I forgot to mention was the article that he left it, which apparently it's really, reading it was a bunch of garbage. First of all, the article was about, it says 11 weird things to do that sugar does to your body. In fact, the weirdest thing that it was is I thought it was recently. It was what I didn't realize. It was something he printed this out back last month. And it doesn't say who written the article or when it was, until I had to search on the website, which apparently it somehow got up some had some pop-ups and redirections to something that could end up causing my phone to act so terrible. But without realizing that, I didn't realize until I saw the article that it was done about almost 5 years ago. So if we're talking about now as in 2018. However, I brought up, since I had also checked, I still subscribe to the Healthier Nerd, even though he hasn't posted up anything since 4 months ago. But from what I can tell you, that the whole entire thing that in the article was not making any sense. Especially there's something called type 3 diabetes, which has to deal with Alzheimer's. And he's saying if you eat sugar, it'll give you Alzheimer's, which I don't think it never does. And there's no mentioning of type 3 diabetes. It never was mentioned about it 5 years ago. And it's never is mentioned ever since. And the problem it's kind of crap. And it's only been sourced from a website, hate that does magazines, but it was never been mentioned on any news outlets out there, and plus the sugar. I don't think sugar gives you Alzheimer's. It's actually more of proteins, and even though according to the Alzheimer's Association, it says to have a healthy tells you to have a healthy diet, which apparently, I don't know why, but saying the type 3 diabetes sounds ridiculous, and why does it have to deal with Alzheimer's when the fact is Alzheimer's has to deal with not having so much, at least, protein, and also on top of that, it has plaque, which apparently, I don't know if plaque also has to deal with, anything, especially with sugar, but, there are some things that, questions, and why nobody has ever mentioned about this. And it's kind of ridiculous of how things have been mentioned into that article. And for my father, what he's trying to do is he's trying to make things for the worse, alright, and not making things for the better. And since what happened was when I looked at my phone and saw that he text messaged in a group, my brother, who was upstairs, my mother, who was sitting, even though she's at work now, my brother's upstairs as of right now, and he says that we are lazy. You see, it's nothing about being lazy when the fact is my brother, who was at that time when I read the message, was at work. Because he always goes and leaves. Doesn't do anything around the house because he's still sleeping. Because he comes home late at night. And usually because of either he's working or he wants to bowl. And as for my mother, she comes home from work and she's tired. And then you guys were wondering, well, what about me? At that time, I was trying to stay awake because as I really wanted to bear my stream, and also because I was also decided to make videos as well, including making a vlog, and also to make a Minecraft video, because I was going to plan off to do a small series is as soon as the 1.3 update happens. And despite if I could go outside, it's kind of bad because of how things are. Plus, there is the weather. I mean, right now, I'm pretty sure the sun is out and probably melting it out. So, for what he's trying to do, he's just trying to make me feel like I'm a second-class citizen, when the fact is I'm not. I mean, I'm still steaming from something he did last year by air, when the fact is I didn't do anything towards my mother, or which he accuses me of. And he's accusing me of being a lazy and abusive. And the fact is, I didn't do anything. Hey, that was because what happened was, my mother went outside, and I know she had surgery, and and I guess she does not, and she didn't do anything to make her feel in order to make feel worse, because she knows how to, and it's not me. I did not do anything, but he accused me that I did. And the fact is, I was upstairs. I was about to get ready to go shower because I smell. And she decided to go outside. Even though I think this is before I went to go shower because I know I have to keep myself clean. She came back then and told me, your father drove by and saw me. And that's when he assumes that I was the one who's doing the abuse. As, first of all, where's his evidence? Second of all, he just only drove by and see something. And just my mother outside. And I didn't do anything. Neither anything about this. Neither did my brother, which apparently he also accuses. In fact, I think he was at work. Heck. Either way, he thinks I'm abusive and lazy. I'm like, first of all, he didn't know that Jonathan was the one who got my mother home from the hospital. He took her to the hospital. He got her home from the hospital. As for me, I took over of whatever those crazy nurses and doctors did, and to make sure that she's okay, she's taking her medicines, and make dinner. Her. And to accuse me of saying I'm abusive is garbage. When the fact is, he's the one who's doing all the harassment. And let's go further and more. If you guys didn't know, about well over a decade ago, when I was 20, and I was in my room, and so was my mother, and suddenly my father comes in. He says something stupid in order to just make me feel angry at him. So I had up saying something, and the next thing you know, I got slapped. And he yelled at me. And my mother watched, and she agreed with him. And when I mentioned to her that, when I mentioned about that couple of years later or so, every time she tries to defend him, I had to remind her. In fact, when she understood, she regretted it. Because he said something so stupid. And I say something, and I get slapped for something. Just because it was over my bedroom. They always complain to me about I should have my room clean. The reason why my room is not clean is to prevent them, them. And also to make sure I don't continue on having splinters on my feet. If you guys didn't know, especially into my last video, I got a splinter and nearly almost got demonetized, but until I had to fight back to get it monetized, because it was nothing nasty or anything, but the thumbnail shows me holding the splinter, or the wood sliver of wood. And the reason why is because as my father failed to do something about it. And the reason also was to prevent him to coming into my room, because what happened was I was not feeling well one day. I decided not to go to school. It was also the time I had cramps going on, female hormones and stuff. And I thought, I could sleep. Instead, my brother, who decided not to go to school, refused to do so. And my mother ended up getting my father involved. And what happened was, the two of them started to run around the house, and my father started to slap him, especially when they both went through my room. And I'm here trying to lay down, and and he was beating him, slapping him. And I was worried that he was going to harm him. But to do that and go into somebody's room just to slap them while somebody else is trying to lay down. And believe me, we were teenagers. And yet we still get abused. No matter how far this goes, and accusing me to be abusive is wrong for what he has done. It's not okay to abuse somebody, okay, just because they refuse to go to school. Or they just don't want to. You could just say something about it. So, yes, if you guys are wondering why I did not stream, it's just that, I had to deal with, trying to keep myself awake, from that to dealing what my father was trying to do is to treat me badly. Like, I'm a second-class citizen, a second-rate class citizen. Or, I don't know how you guys want to see it. And I'm pretty sure there are some morons out there thinking, oh, I deserve this, or he has the right. He has no right because he hasn't been living with us. And accusing me being abusive when the fact is I never abused anybody in my family. The only time I probably did was probably towards my brother because he's completely a crazy Z. But, otherwise, I haven't. In fact, I'm not much being lazy. It's just I got so much things going on. I blame, my hormones, my mind, and to you guys. Not much blaming you guys, actually. I'm putting things together and stuff, but to have somebody accuse me of being lazy, it's nothing about being lazy. It's just how it is. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry. I'm very upset about this, and there'll be no outro for this. And the other thing, I'm just letting you guys know that if anybody who thinks, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna probably once this video gets uploaded, I'm pretty sure somebody is gonna comment this a couple of seconds into my video. And gonna say something. Understand this. If you guys are gonna comment, please watch the full video. Do that to every other channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, please just watch the whole entire video. Anyway, with that being said, I appreciate you guys all, and hopefully things will be better. We'll be streaming today. I'm going to try to hit stream Hearthstone. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Till then, bye.